Hi, I'm Stacy with Edgewater Creative.
And I'm Tia with Done Classy Events.
We're two small business owners who reside in the beautiful city of Dunedin, Florida.
We love our charming city on the Gulf and want to share with you all it has to offer.
Join us as we chat with business owners, event hosts, and charities located in Dunedin and other surrounding communities.
So come along and meet us on Main Street. Hello and welcome to another very special edition of Meet Us on Main Street, the podcast
with your hosts, Tia.
And Stacy.
That's her.
And on this episode, we are keeping it brief in the beginning because this is actually our New Year's Eve episode. So Happy New Year's, everybody. It's coming out the morning of, and this is actually going to be a compilation episode of all of our favorite moments from our podcast episodes throughout the year.
The best of 2020.
Or the ones that I just find.
We're
trying to make the best of 2020 since our podcast thrived and became a worldwide sensation this year.
I dare say the best part of 2020, Tia.
I concur with that statement, and I'm sure all of our loyal listeners concur as well. Mm-hmm. So how about y'all have a very happy New Year's? We will talk to you again in a week or so.
We'll talk to you guys in the new year.
And stay tuned for some of our favorite clips from 2020.
Enjoy.
Hey guys, Meet Us on Main Street here. Stacy and I are all about staying young and beautiful, so we wanted to share with you a salon that we recently discovered to take care of all of our beauty needs.
That's right, Tia. Beauty on Broadway offers everything from the most complex hair treatments like keratin and balayage to advanced permanent makeup for lips, brows, eyeliner, and even scalp micropigmentation. The owner, Mary Katz, is a nationally certified and recognized trainer for permanent makeup who holds over 25 certifications from the most prominent artists around the world. So she really knows her stuff.
And everyone who works there are true professionals who make sure their clients get exactly what they want.
You know what else is awesome about them? They do free paramedical tattooing for all breast cancer survivors.
That is awesome. And they were just ranked among the best in the nation for their COVID-19 procedures. So you have a clean and safe space to go get away from the world and just let loose.
You guys seriously need to go check them out. Visit their website for more information and to make your appointment today at beautyonbroadway.salon.
Right now we're both recording, and when we're both recording, it's party time here on Meet Us on Main Street. Hello and welcome.
Hello. Welcome, folks. I don't really like the word folks. I don't know why I said that.
I don't really like how you pronounce the word folks either. Folks. Folks.
Welcome, friends.
There it is. Friends, family. Whoever's listening out there.
Strangers. You're not strangers to us if you're listening. You're friends.
Yes, because you have met us on Main Street. So we got the Oregon Trail expansion pack.
Oh,
so we
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't have the actual game because that cost too much and this was on clearance. So essentially we just took all the cards out and started making up our own rules. And just turned it into a drinking game of like dying from cholera and like all this kind of stuff. But I used to love that game as a kid.
I loved the Oregon Trail.
It was the best game. Like I want them to bring it back, but I don't want them to change one thing about the flat 2D, the little wagon, and then like the really crappy graphics. It has to be exactly the same.
Agreed.
And then on that note, hi, I'm Tia.
I'm Stacy, and welcome to the Oregon Trail.
Yes. One of us is about to die from dysentery or be scalped by Indians. Which one will be it? Stay tuned. So stop asking you personal questions. Is that
well, yeah. I mean, what else can I say?
My next one was I hear you're single. And I don't know if you want to give your phone number out, but we can always post it and you can DM us, ladies, after you see the video of this fine looking gentleman.
Matchmaking on Meet Us on Main Street.
We do it all here.
Yeah. I appreciate that because you know how hard it is in this pandemic period to find anyone to date, right? So
right, and you can't see their grill either. So now you like fall for this girl, and she's got like snaggletooth up there, and you won't even know.
Or a dead tooth. That would be even worse.
That's just hanging there. We don't want to do that to you. We will pre-screen every girl before.
So ladies,
send them your phone number.
us your headshots. Send in
Brief bio.
Yeah, brief bio.
Salary.
Your sexual history. Just kidding.
Your salary, how much you make, because we don't want no gold diggers trying to take all of his money. So, and there are different colors. Would you like to give them just a rundown of what the different colors are for?
Yeah, sure. So just like cannabis has many different strains, so too does kratom. So here at our shop, we carry 3 different strains of kratom. I just said kratom.
I liked that. It was very
very proper. I liked it. All right, Seth, are you ready for our new segment called Inside the Podcast Studio? What is your favorite word?
I have a lot of words that I like. But my favorite word today is going to be cannabinoid.
Yes, I love it. The word of the day is cannabinoid.
If you died tomorrow, what is one thing you would want the world to remember about you?
You guys are going to make me cry now? Wow. Remembering Seth as somebody who had a passion for his business and community and who was a good father. That would make me very happy.
So do you have any crazy stories from events that you've worked?
I'll tell you a crazy one. For instance, this venue that I'm contracted with that I work at all the time. Since we've already talked about vaginas, we might as well.
And
penises, technically.
They come to weddings in the cutest little dresses, like short as short can get. So now it's like a game with my husband and the other guys at the venue when we go to, because there's always somebody who falls on the dance floor, or bends over the wrong way or something that you see everything she's got in between, sometimes they have undies on, panties, sometimes not so much. So, since the word is vagina and you see her vagina, the last 4 letters is Gina, right? But we call it Gina now. So Gina, at the beginning of the night, we just decide like who's going to be the Gina of the night. And probably 75% of the boys are right who it's going to be. And they always see Gina.
So you always pick out the Gina.
Yeah, we do Gina. But I think one of the ones that stands out to me the most that you'll never forget. And, when caterers come, they have their truck. We just work out of our truck as well, but they have they have tables and food and all that. So they would leave the back of the big rig open because they're in and out of it all the night. And we have to go out of the side door at this particular venue. And we were going out to the truck to get a bag of ice or whatever. And the caterer people were going out to the thing. And I shit you not, in the truck, 2 people were like banging it out, to the side. But was
I at that same wedding? Because that happened to me before.
Were you the person in the truck?
Yeah,
no.
But I mean, just straight up. So, there's always that joke like, oh, let's sneak away at a wedding and go behind the bush somewhere. They were literally in the catering truck. Thank God it wasn't my truck. I mean, like, I saw the back of him, like, I don't know how graphic I can be, but like ball sack moving everything.
Completely graphic.
Yeah.
It was just there. And I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding. And the caterer guy was mortified. I mean, mortified. So we walked away, let them do what they had to do. But the funniest thing is that she left her purse in the truck and forgot, just when she left, scurried off. But in the night, this girl was looking for her purse. And because I only saw the back of him, I didn't know who it was, but I'm like, oh, that's you.
Oh, hold on. Can you scream for me real quick? Okay, yeah, that's you. Your purse is in the truck.
So this
you
poor
can
mortified
claim your
caterer
purse
guy
now.
Just walks by and puts the purse in her hand, and that's it, and walks off. Didn't say 2 words, and she just walked off. And I'm like, oh my God, that's just a vision you'll never get out of your head. Never get out of your head.
Yeah.
Sabrina, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it PG.
No, don't worry. This show's explicit, so we're good.
I mean, that just is intriguing that,
Right.
to that
You're
question,
like,
you say that too.
No, my name's Sabrina. Obviously, I was born in San Diego, California, so like Chula Vista area. And my parents moved to Florida. My parents were both born in Mexico, so I'm like a proud Mexican. And my parents moved us to Florida when I was 3, so I'm pretty much a Florida girl for sure. I recently got engaged to my fiance.
Congratulations.
Show that ring, girl. Bling bling.
Beautiful.
I don't clean. But yeah, so we got engaged about like 5 months ago. So it's been, even though 2020 sucked, that made it like worth it, you know? So it was great. And we just live in a townhouse in Eastlake with you saw her, my cat, and that's it. That's it. That's about me.
With your cat that you hate.
Yes.
And that you're afraid of.
I have a love-hate relationship for her. Truly, the only reason I keep her is because my fiance loves her to death. So
I love that you're talking about they smell fear, because I feel that every time Goku's around John, he has this alpha male thing going on, and Goku wants to be the alpha male. So if he sees another guy coming in here, he gets like, he'll definitely, even though he knows John and since he's a kid, but he'll circle him. The more and more afraid John is, he'll start circling around him and then just like lunge at him and stuff. And it's like, it's because he smells fear.
Yeah. As soon as those pupils get big, you're fucked. I mean,
Yeah,
totally
exactly.
Danielle, this is your second time on the show.
Second time on the show. Yep.
We had you on the show to talk about your business, your business,
Your babies.
which is also your baby, I guess. Your business Think Tank HR. We had you talk about that, and now we have you on to talk about your new nonprofit, T&D Birthday Treasures.
Yeah.
And Tia, you're not exactly a stranger to the show either.
Yeah, I've been on a couple times. My face may be on the logo as well, but you know, that's just hearsay.
Wow.
Don't believe what you hear, guys.
You are hardcore. Okay. Well, I just have to say that this is so awesome that you guys are supporting so many businesses around here. So before we get started on the interview of the new things, I just want to say I love listening to you guys. Every other week you have someone new on. I learned something new about our town, about the businesses, and just our culture in general. So you guys are doing an amazing job keeping us informed. Thank you.
Thank you. And just a quick note, we did not pay her.
I was
to say
just
that.
going to say that. Huh?
I actually mean it. It's awesome.
Oh wait, I'm the guest this time. I should probably stop interrupting.
Shut your mouth.
Just smile and look pretty, Tia.
About last episode real quick, how last time on the podcast we interviewed a psychic medium named Danielle Nice, who is a very nice person.
The nice medium.
A nice medium. And so I was running out of time when I was editing because I've been, just lazy and putting things out on Fridays and Saturdays lately, which I will be better at, guys. Thursdays, at least for this next one. So I cut out the...
This is the first I'm learning. I thought it was technical difficulties all this time. Damn you, Tia.
No, it is sometimes. The technical difficulty is me. So on my part, I edited out the questions, the James Lipton ones at the end on the audio one. But when Stacy, who did hers on time, hers was late too, but
it was released on Saturday too, but I had a traumatic event, which I'll mention later.
Yes.
But
there were demons involved
that
ruined with the recording. So anyways, though, speaking of demons, during the second question of what was Danielle's least favorite word, apparently a demon spoke through her.
Well,
I'm gonna have to watch that part.
Let me say, they spoke through her for the first question too, because we asked, what is your favorite word? And she said, ocean. And then she said, that's not my favorite word. That's what I heard.
Yeah, exactly. And she did answer those questions pretty fast. All right, and welcome everybody to Meet Us on Main Street inside the podcast studios. My name is Tia Lawton, and I'm here for you to answer questions too. Are you ready, Danielle, for our first serious question?
Okay. Yes.
I think Danielle is getting James Lipton coming through saying he's angry that you stole these questions from him.
Well, what I have to say to James Lipton is that he stole the questions first. So what is your favorite word?
I heard ocean, so that's not my favorite word.
Hey, if you hear it though, what is your least favorite word?
You hate.
What is your favorite curse word?
Shit.
What animal would you want to be?
A tiger.
What animal would you never want to be?
Prairie dog.
What weapon would you pick during a zombie apocalypse?
Sword. Why would I want a sword when I can just fire a gun?
What weapon would you never pick during a zombie apocalypse?
Probably a sword.
Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
You're welcome. So,
and like
yep.
Sorry. And like I already explained earlier, but I'll say for the quick rundown of how we got you on the show, which is awesome, is that you had started following us on Instagram, and coincidentally enough, we were looking to get somebody from Enchanted Spirits into our episode, and it just happened at the exact same right time. I was like, see, it's meant to be. It's one of those, I love karma.
And I've been seeing Danielle's classes advertised on Facebook, and I've been interested in them. So that's another connection. So
have you been putting that in our brains?
Yes, I have.
Is this part of that? Have you been wiring to us to get us? That's cool.
Has this ever happened with you or someone you know where they came back and, or communicated rather during a reading where it was like, maybe the person sitting there thought they died one way and they died a different way? So say it was like they thought maybe they died of, well, not as dramatic as murder maybe, but maybe it's like, they thought they had a drug overdose and they didn't mean to interact to prescription drugs. I don't know. That's just I'm trying to think of something not as dramatic as murder right now.
Well, you think that they died of natural causes but they actually were murdered. Like, find my killer. That's a pretty,
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. We have a lot of stories that, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But,
I was going to say,
I
feel like we could have you forever.
How I get them, just how I read, when somebody passes of a drug overdose or an allergic reaction to the drugs that they were taking, my blood itches. It's just the way that they make me feel, because to them that drug is still on their system. So when I blend in with their energy, I'm like, wow, I can't stop itching, metaphorically.
Oh my goodness.
And then I've heard from another medium, like if it's something in like the stomach that they died from, or like a heart attack, like they'll feel a heaviness or like a stomach ache. You get that?
I feel everything. When I say I feel their death, I feel everything. Yeah.
All right. Well, this one's the fun one that I like to ask. Where would you time travel to if you had the chance?
Oh, that's a difficult question because it depends on which hat I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a shenanigans hat, that's one thing, right? I might go to a Bee Gees concert, for example. So I can just ask the lead singer of the Bee Gees why. I might either go to my living past, so I could, dodge some bullets and be like, dude, don't do that, don't go there. But then again, I've learned, what seems like a curse at the time is actually a blessing in disguise and leads to better things. So I might not want to mess with my past. So maybe I'll go to the future and just get a lay of the land, see where things are going, and then come back and, be like, wow, everyone's wearing dresses now. So, all right, maybe I'll just start that trend,
There you go. I like it.
Okay. No, it's hard to answer. I don't know. I would, if I had to pick one, I'd probably travel into the future and see what's going on.
All right, today on our show, we have some special guests to get us in the spooky Halloween mood for everyone. We have Jessica, who is the event coordinator at Historic Andrews Chapel. And then we have Vinny, who is the, what's your title
director.
at the?
Yes.
Okay, the director of the Dunedin History Museum. How are you guys doing today?
Very good. We're
And
very
naturally-
excited to be here with you.
Naturally,
Happy
Jessica
Halloween.
is the ghost figurine holding the pumpkin
Right.
pictured on screen, and Vinny is the ghoulish-looking gentleman holding the candles.
Yep.
I
So
don't-
shaved my head just for the occasion.
that's we really appreciate that too. Like, thank you. And you brought your cat out, Goku. Hey, how'd Goku get there? I'm gonna have to look for him now.
Goku, go home. So this episode of Meet Us on Main Street is going to be a little bit of a different format than our usual shows. Instead of a traditional interview, we are going to be having Jessica and Vinny tell us some ghost stories for Halloween. So before we get into the ghost stories, can you guys tell us a little bit about the history of where you are at right now, which is the Historic Andrews Memorial Chapel?
Well, first of all, the chapel was built in 1888. And the chapel itself is in Hammock Park, which is one of the city preserves in Dunedin. It's actually 1899 San Mateo Drive, but that wasn't its original spot. It was actually in 1970 moved in two sections. They actually cut it in the middle of the chapel and had it lifted onto a flatbed truck and moved to Hammock Park. And both sections actually took 3 days to move both pieces together. And then when it got to the park, they laid it down on a foundation and connected it. And that was really the beginning of the Dunedin Historical Society to make the chapel and improve it for what it is today.
And actually, prior to that, the original building, not this one, but originally Andrews Chapel was built in the Dunedin Cemetery. And I think it was only up for 2 years?
About 7.5.
And then, yeah, they tore it down and used the wood to build the first schoolhouse of Dunedin. And then they built this chapel at Scotland and Highland Street in downtown, like a couple of blocks beyond the living room.
Which I'm kind of disappointed because I always like chapels and churches next to the cemetery, especially around Halloween time.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Makes
back
it
to
even
the
more
cemetery.
spooky.
Well, if you guys ever want to move it back, I've got your back, and I will sign whatever petition you need.
Yes, we just won't load it onto the flatbed
Oh,
truck
no.
because that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah,
No
they had to
physical
take down
activity.
power lines all over town to move the chapel.
Oh my gosh,
Quite a project.
it's a big job.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can still see the line in the floor where it was cut in half.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and you can kind of see outside too. And the only reason I know that is because we took Dunedin bike tours. We took a tour with them for the podcast, and
Yeah.
he was pointing out the seam in the roof where it was reconnected. But prior to that, I had no idea that it was relocated. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
So how about we turn the floor over to you guys and go ahead and entertain, delight, and maybe scare us a little.
Do we shock you or scare you or just chills up your neck spine?
All of the above.
All of the
Deep.
above.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that you guys found a way to still have us celebrate Halloween even in 2020. And you have so many different things for us to go out and do and still be fun. and
2020
socially
in itself
distance.
is pretty scary. So I think, yeah,
Yes.
you don't need Halloween. I think the year itself has been pretty scary.
This was my boyfriend in January. This is him now. This is after 2020. So
Joke
Took a
wasn't as
toll.
well executed as you had hoped.
I know I said it wrong. Oh well, I'll cut
Should
it
have had
out.
the regular picture and then
Yeah, that's why I edit these things so I don't have to put my follies in there.
Hey, Carol, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for being on the show today. We're so excited to have you here and to talk about you and all the puppers you work with.
That's the best part. All the dogs. And I love that in the background you have a bunch of dogs that I can also just stare at. So if you're like, Tia, this is the question, you'll just know that I'm staring at dogs. And yeah, exactly. Give me one of these in front of it. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you right now, Carol, that the entire time I'm going to be looking at the dogs behind
okay.
you.
You mean I didn't actually have to put on makeup for the show?
Exactly.
It saved me like an hour.
Yeah, we're actually just going to zoom right into the dogs as well in the background. No, just kidding.
Cool.
We're going to cut your face out and put a dog there. Just
There you go.
It's getting worse.
I should have thought of that. So he has a very judgy appearance. And
Yeah.
With those little old man eyebrows, like, get off my
Oh my gosh, this one. Oh boy, look at that face. And it's talking too. Like, and it looks like it's swearing at me. Like somehow just like, get out of my face, you little kids.
So cute.
Yeah, he's my model. He's my inside model dog because he hates it when I take him outside to take pictures. He's just like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, he does have such. He has a Abe Vigoda eyebrows.
Yes!
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Cute.
And I'm very particular about how those are trimmed when he goes for grooming.
Do you have like a voice for Dexter that you like picture he says stuff? Maybe I sound totally crazy.
I do. How do you
No, we all think all of our pets have voices. Mine has a slightly deep French voice. Hello, my
Goku?
lay meow, lay meow, everybody lay meow. Like
Yeah,
I always think he's like smoking and like hates everybody. Like hello.
I could see that. I could see
I
that
am
with
stuck
Goku.
up cats.
No,
Lay meow.
Dexter's is kind of low and gruff. You know, he's just like, hey,
You kids, get off my yard.
there's
I
somebody
can see
outside.
that.
You should check it out.
That fits him very well.
Yeah,
Like an old timey detective.
Yeah.
Aw.
yeah. Dad, walk. Come on, walk.
Oh my god, that face. I love those eyebrows. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like how he has eyebrows.
Oh my God, he's so funny.
What are Cooper's and Ravioli's voices, if you would have to guess?
Cooper has a British accent. So
Well, that's why they get along, the
proper.
French and the British.
He's very proper. So he'll be like, ooh, Father, I need some water. Can you give me some water? Mommy's not giving me water.
Oh, I could totally see that.
And then Ravioli has more of, Ravioli has more of like a dumb hound voice, like a
Ooh.
like a
Hi guys.
Water?
Like Goofy?
Water?
Is it like Goofy?
No,
Ooh, yup, yup,
it's
yup,
like,
yup.
I got your water.
I can't even. I can't
It's in
do
your
it now.
head.
I can't. I know. Now I'm like gonna do it like you guys were doing it, which isn't.
I'm sorry.
Time for my snacks now, guys. Can I have my snacks?
Oh, I love it. Like, oh, guys. Yeah, I totally see that with Ravioli too. See, dogs do have personalities.
I know.
Animals in general, they have to have voices inside their heads. And I think that may be it. All right, guys. Have a good one. Until next time.
Ta-ta.
Bye. Ta-ta for now.